Hi, hello. Welcome to my webinar on leaving mindset wobbles behind in 2018. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and get started and share my screen. Awesome. So my webinar is titled Leave Your Mindset Wobbles Behind and Start Afresh in 2019. And I'm going to teach you the actual techniques that you can use to do this yourself without working with someone one-to-one. So how cool is that? A little bit about me. My name's Anthea Cutler. My professional background is that I've been a rehab counsellor for over 10 years. I was a specialist in PTSD and managing complex claims, so psychological claims and other complex claims. And I always had this feeling that I was always sort of dissatisfied or disheartened with the medical system and how a lot of people were in so much suffering and not much could be done. And then I'll get on to the then in a second actually. I've got a husband, Jim, who's a National Parks Ranger, a daughter, Nola, who's 2.5 years old and pretty cute, except for when she's doing the wild tantrums, and a dog named Lacey. And so essentially how I got into hypnotherapy, neuro-linguistic programming and EFT tapping was I experienced really severe postnatal anxiety as a result of having my daughter just 2.5 years ago. I went and did all the mainstream things. I went and saw a psychologist, a psychiatrist. I went on medication. Because I was in that case management role as a rehab counsellor, I knew that mental health sphere very well, and I knew that I needed help. So I stuck my hand up and I gave it everything I had. But very, very quickly, I was discharged as everyone said that I was coping fine. I was coping fine. I was no longer in crisis mode. However, I still felt like crap. So what hypnosis did for me, I went and then saw a local hypnotherapist. Her name is Lucy Ellis, and I now share a room with her at the Newcastle Health Collective here in Newcastle, Australia. And I went and saw her and did one of her group programs. And I realized that there's this whole other world out there where you can really train your mind to think and feel differently. So all of the modalities that I use really tap into this at a subconscious level. At a conscious level, all the mainstream types of psychology, and they are starting to adapt these new modern forms of psychology, but the mainstream forms, the old school forms of psychology, really working with the conscious mind and working with critical thinking and challenging those thoughts and behaviors, whereas hypnotherapy, NLP and EFT tapping are all working with the subconscious mind. So normally we try and get you into, or help guide you into a beautiful, relaxed state. We say don't expect to be hypnotized, just expect to go into a beautiful, relaxed state. And that is the perfect brainwave pattern for us to really assist you to change on a subconscious level. So more about that as we go on, but it's something I'm really passionate about. And now I've transformed this into, I've really found my niche in working with women in business mainly, who are really trying to up-level their mindset and grow their business faster. So us as women, like, we have negative thought patterns that we experience, or negative thinking, and the feelings of not good enough. So they're the main things that I work with. But you may not even know who I would work with, because on the outside, these people are very confident. They have highly successful businesses, or businesses that are well on the way. But the mindset, what I've worked out about being in business is that you're constantly up-leveling. You're constantly breaking through those next limiting beliefs, or basically mindset limits that you have on yourself. And so I help people to do that faster. And the most common feedback that I have is, oh my gosh, Anthea, I was procrastinating on that thing for like 6 months. I thought it was for this reason, but we obviously worked out it was for this reason. I just did it last night, or I just did it this week. And I just think that is so cool. So we kind of move you through the process much faster and with much more ease and more effortlessly, I suppose you could say. So about you, you could be beyond startup in your business. I'm actually going to just put in a disclaimer here. So not only do I work with people with mindset on their business, I work with people who suffer from feelings of anxiety, and I have two sort of niches. This particular webinar is really based on the mindset for business, but if you're here listening and you fit into the other category, do not worry. These are all activities that you can use yourself. So a little bit about the niche that I have designed this webinar for. It's for my clients who are beyond startup in your business. You've been aware of some mindset wobbles in 2018. Let's face it, we all have them. You understand that your mindset is important to your business results, and you know how you would like to feel about your business in 2019, or even if you don't know how you'd like to feel about your business in 2019, I can certainly help you find that out. So about today, we're going to go through some common mindset wobbles. We're going to go through how to let go of those mindset wobbles that have occurred in 2018. And I'm actually going to show you the techniques that you can use yourself. You do not have to be able to work with me on a one-on-one basis. How to embody the you that you need to become in order for 2019 to look and feel different for you. And this is the really exciting part. Now that I know all of this stuff and I've refined all of my strategies, I am so pumped for 2019 because I can really embody all of this stuff I know, and so can my clients. And I just think that is so cool. And how to go even deeper still. And so this is the part where I will talk about how you can work with me one-to-one, but the webinar is definitely, that is not the focus. The focus is on the techniques that you can use to really let go of 2018, or the things that haven't been serving you in 2018, and step into 2019 with whatever it is that you want, more confidence, more ease, whatever it is that you want, and we'll go through that too. So what is happening for you right now? So just sitting here today, I just want you to kind of sit with yourself and become slightly more quiet, and just really check in with you. What has been happening over the last day for you? What has been happening over the last week for you? What has been happening over the last month for you? You may even like to ask yourself some questions. What are you most afraid of? Or what is the biggest emotion that has been coming up for you over the last week or month? So it might be that you're getting frustrated with your husband or your kids. So we're really kind of stepping into the curious. What is going on for you right now? Really trying to, it is so empowering. So instead of like coming to a thing like this, or coming to me with shame, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've had these negative thoughts, I'm supposed to have successful business, blah, 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 blah. Stepping into a place of curiosity. And you can just do that with the intention, I'm going to get curious about this. I'm going to really explore what is going on for me right now. So some common mindset wobbles that I see in my sessions. Procrastination instead of actually doing the next big thing on your list, whether it's a big launch, a price rise, your next webinar or course creation. Even though clients are walking through the door, you may doubt that they're going to continue to come. So this one is a really interesting one, because my clients are like, I can see my numbers. Like when they sit down and do the strategy side of it, they can see it all like going in an upwards trajectory. But they're doubting that they're going to be able to take their business to the next stage, or they're doubting that their clients are going to continue to come, or they're doubting that their strategy is going to continue to work. Avoidance of those little things that you know are so important, such as Facebook Lives, video blogs, newsletters, maybe even webinars. Your business income has been steadily growing, and yet instead of continuing to do the thing that works, you keep getting distracted by all the other shiny things that might just grow your business faster. So that's kind of related to not the point above, but the point before that. You can see that it's working, but you're still so attracted to the next best thing that's going to do it more quickly and more faster. And a business strategist would say, let's keep doing what works. And then grow your reach and like grow momentum that way. But why change anything if it's already working? So you might be waiting to be in the right mood until you do certain activities. So this is when, and I have definitely experienced this. This is when you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling motivated today. I'm not going to go for that run, or I'm not going to do my webinar prep, or I'm not going to do follow-ups with my clients, or whatever it is. Or I'm not going to do that Facebook Live because I don't feel confident today. And so there's a lot that we can do here. I'm not going to go into that yet. I'm like holding myself back. Common mindset thought patterns. So no one really wants to hear what I have to say. I'm too busy already. Being successful will only add more stress. It's too hard. So again, we want to step into curious. What thoughts are actually going on in your brain? Sometimes this can be pretty scary, even for really confident people with really successful businesses. When we start to unpack what thoughts are going on in your head, they can sound pretty bloody negative or pretty bloody catastrophic. And that's okay. Let's step into the curious, not the shameful, find out what they are, and then I'll show you what to do with them. So how to let go of mindset blocks. Now we're going to go through the techniques that I'm going to teach you on this call. I really wanted to just sort of mention here that for me, there are passive mindset strategies and there are active. And this is just an arbitrary kind of tag I've put on mindset strategies. And I don't want you to take offense or anything like that. Because there are so many amazing things that you can do to support your mindset as a whole. And I'm not discouraging them at all, like from exercise to any, like so much stuff, like journaling to like the list goes on and on, eating healthy foods, self-care, doing energy work, all of these things. But for me, I've chosen the most active mindset strategies. So this is really focused on business and how to grow your business and how to move through these blocks the fastest way possible. So instead of just cultivating the right emotion for you to step into, we're going to release it, and we're going to release it quickly. And we're going to learn how to train our brains quickly. So for me, these are an emotional release visualization for stuck emotions and limiting beliefs. And I am going to show you that today. Negative thought transfer, EFT tapping, and then of course there's going even deeper still and intensively working with a practitioner. And that obviously has its place. That's why I'm here. That's why people work with me, right? Okay, cool. So emotional release visualization. I want you to go ahead and just close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to go back in your imagination to the last time that you were feeling really overwhelmed, or one of the last times that you were feeling overwhelmed. And I want you to rate it out of 10. How strong does it feel? Most of the time when people go for a big feeling like this, one that they want to work on, it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. But you just check in with your body and notice, how big does it feel for you? Then I want you to check in with your body and notice, where do you feel this feeling in your body? So for me, it's mostly in my chest, but for others, they feel it in their head or their stomach, even hands. I've definitely had hands before. You just check in with your body and notice any physical sensations as you really get a sense of this time that you were feeling overwhelmed. and notice where you feel it in your body. And now in your imagination, I want you to put a big window or door over the top of that sensation in your body. Really imagine it like you're a 10-year-old. I want you to open the big window or door right up. Imagine that the sensation has a color. If it were to be a color, what color would it be? And now, little by little, bit by bit, I want you to see that color leaving your body now. You may like to imagine it's like smoke or helium balloons or like an ooze. Whatever works for you. Without any expectations or judgment, I want you to see it leaving your body now. Watching it, really visualizing it. Doesn't need to be a perfect image, just getting a sense of it leaving your body, feeling it leave your body. That's it. And now check in with that sensation and notice, is it still that color or has it changed? And then continuing to really visualize, letting out whatever color it is now, even if it's the same. That's it, letting it all go now without any expectations or judgment. Just watching it little by bit, bit by bit, leaving your body now. That's it. And now checking in with that sensation in your body and rating it out of 10 now. Without any expectations or judgment. This is a quick exercise and it takes practice. What do you notice? How did that go for you? And this is one that you can do for pain. You can do for any big emotion that comes up for you. And it is amazing. Highly recommended. And it only takes 2 minutes. Negative thought transfer. So this is the quirky one, but do not underestimate the power of this one. This one was the final change that I needed to shift from someone who labeled themselves as having anxiety, who doctors labeled me as having anxiety, to me training as a hypnotherapist. And I remember calling my trainer and saying, I feel like I fraud. I still feel like I have anxiety. And what happens is when we have these feelings, and it doesn't have to be anxiety, it can be overwhelm, it can be stress, it can be frustration, what have you. When we have these big feelings, they're triggered by something. They are always triggered by something. Positive or negative feelings, they are always triggered by something. And it's one of the other senses. So what can you hear? What can you see? What can you smell? And what can you taste? And this is why they often say that that smell of that perfume can take you back to that experience, or that taste can take you back to that experience. But it happens with hearing and seeing the most. So hearing can also be hearing our thoughts. So often that's where the big feeling has started. I was just chatting to a client the other day, and she had released this feeling. She couldn't even name it. It was this feeling, and it was big and all-consuming. So that's what happens. We worked out that it was the negative thoughts that were starting off this cycle. This is like a brain patterning thing. Anyway, you don't need to know any of that. All you need to do is close your eyes and think back to the last time that you were thinking negatively. We've all got them. Doesn't have to be the last time, one of the last times that you were thinking really negatively. And just get a sense of those thoughts there. And now in your imagination, I want you to imagine turning down the volume on those thoughts, turning it right down. And what do you notice? Has it changed anything for you? That's it. And then regardless of whether it has, in your imagination, I want you to point to where those thoughts are coming from. Point in your head. That's it. And now in your imagination, I want you to move those thoughts. Really imagine it. You may even like to use a hand like I am. Move those thoughts to a different part of your brain and really imagine it. You've got to do this one. Got to really do it. And notice, have things changed? So for me, I was someone who really suffered from intrusive thoughts, and I hadn't been practicing this activity. And this was the final thing that helped me. And now I use it in my business. If I find that I'm thinking negatively about something, move those thoughts. Worry at night, move those thoughts. Worry before sleep, move those thoughts. Just practice it. Get curious. What happens for you? EFT tapping. So EFT tapping is emotional freedom technique, or otherwise known as EFT or tapping. It was developed by Roger Callahan, a psychologist in 1980, for a patient with severe phobia of water. And for him, it was really an experiment. He was already, I think, into Chinese medicine, and so he just decided, I'm going to see what happens when we tap on these acupressure points. So research shows that tapping assists with a range of different issues, including stress, anxiety, phobias, emotional problems, pain, addiction, weight loss, and limiting beliefs. We are here focusing on the limiting beliefs and the unprocessed emotions. You can also tap for things like abundance in your business, upper limits of money. I'm just showing you that this is how well it works, helping people with more troubling things than probably what we are experiencing, or maybe not. So tapping therapy is based on the combined principles of ancient Chinese acupressure and modern psychology. Tapping with the I can never say this, fingertips, finger points, fingertips, I'm always combining them. So either 2 or 3 fingers on specific meridian points of the body while focusing on negative emotions or physical sensations helps to calm the nervous system, rewire the brain to respond in healthier ways, and restore the body's balance of energy. So it really drops those cortisol levels. And it's really an amazing technique, and you can use it on any limiting belief, any unprocessed emotion, any big thing that is happening for you right now, or anything that you want. So I'm going to do a demo for you now. I'm going to stop sharing so that you can see my face, my pretty face. And we're going to do one for it has to be hard, or it's too hard, because this is one that is common and comes up for a lot of people. And so here we go. So tapping here, even though it feels too hard, I fully love and accept myself. Even though it feels so hard, I fully love and accept myself. It's all too hard. I've worked so hard in my business, and I'm still not where I want to be. I feel like I'm going to have to work twice as hard. Twice as hard to double my income. Is it really worth it? This one's on your collarbone. I mean, I know it's worth it. I love doing this work. But I don't want it to be this hard. I feel overwhelmed. My to-do list just gets bigger and longer. And I don't want to half-ass all the things, because it'll make me feel sad. Sad if I don't give it everything I've got. Like I've wasted all that potential. But I choose to start letting go of this. Letting go of this belief. This belief that it has to be hard. And installing a new belief that it can be easy, that I might even enjoy myself, that it doesn't need to be perfect. Look how far I've come. Look at all the things in 2018 I have achieved. I choose to be grateful. Grateful for all of those things. And I choose to let go of everything that is not serving me. Letting it all go. Little by little, bit by bit. Letting it all go. Setting myself up with an intention for 2019 with grace and ease. I'm going to enjoy myself in my business. This is going to be fun. I'm going to move through the hard bits quickly and easily and really savor the cool moments. The moments that light me up. And taking in 2 deep breaths. And just checking in with yourself to see what you notice. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen again. But we'll still talk a little bit about the EFT. So when you're doing this at home yourself, you can do it one of 2 different ways. You can choose to journal a little bit exactly on how you're feeling at the moment, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling, whatever comes out onto paper, and it only needs to be a paragraph. And then you can tap through the sequence on those words, and then you can even do a little bit more journaling to see how you feel now and whether things have shifted, and it's totally fine if they haven't. And then you can tap through either that same sequence again or whatever new thoughts and feelings you're having done that first one. So that is the first way that you can do EFT tapping at home. My favorite way is actually to look up a guy named Brad Yates, and whatever emotion it is that I'm feeling, or whatever belief it is, like not good enough, or it has to be hard. So you Google Brad Yates and the feeling, so it has to be hard, or overwhelm, or stress, or frustration, or whatever it is. And he has thousands of instructional videos, and you just sit there and you do it. And you don't even need to, like, there's no way of getting this stuff wrong. And see how you go with it. It is a beautiful practice and something that you can use yourself. So that is EFT tapping. Are there any questions at all? I don't know where my chat box has gone. Don't know. There it is. Cool, Caroline. So I feel more at ease with it. And Leanne says I feel lighter. Cool. He is the bomb. He is the bomb. He's so good. And I feel like it just means that, like, my clients really, it means they do it. Like if they've got to sit down and do the journaling bit before the EFT tapping, it's like feels too hard. Ironic, hey? But if you just Google it and then an instructional video comes up and you play along, I just find it makes you do it. And that is what we want, right? The more we can do this stuff, the better. So we've already done this, obviously. And then there's working with a practitioner. So sometimes you can't see it for yourself. You've probably done that for a friend or a client when you point out something that is seemingly clear to you and they are so surprised. Why didn't I see that? And firstly, it's because it's your zone of genius. And secondly, you can take that external viewpoint for them. So mindset in particular needs the external viewpoint sometimes. We can get lost in our own stories. We need to be challenged to grow. But I also like it for accountability, and I have mindset coaches myself. But I like both. So incorporating this stuff into your day and like setting up your year with this stuff is beautiful. And working with a practitioner, so one of the things that I do is hypnoanalysis to release any limiting beliefs or unprocessed emotions. So we basically do a hypnosis on whichever emotion that you're feeling, and your subconscious takes you back to the first time that you feel that emotion, and we release it from that place so that all of the other events in your life also lose their charge of that emotion. And then we can also do that with unprocessed emotions or limiting beliefs. And then we do hypnosis to set up your future. And this is the thing that I'm super passionate about. So we clear your past, but then we set up your future. And not many people know this about it, hypnosis. So your subconscious brain can't differentiate between whether the thing has really occurred or whether you have just imagined it. So we imagine it, but we imagine it and connect with it and visualize it in a hypnosis really, really well. Specifically what you want in your life, what you want to achieve, how you want to feel, how you want to think, all the different things. We can make it as specific as you want. How much money do you want to earn? What kind of programs do you want to be offering? What do you want your clients to be saying? So we do that in both a hypnosis with me, and then I also do a customized hypnosis audio for my clients so that they can listen to it daily. So this is like creating new neural pathways in your brain, it becoming your new normal, etc., etc. I also highly recommend looking up any hypnosis meditations, and I don't know why I didn't have this on there, but any hypnosis meditations from Insight Timer, or Miriam Castilla has a beautiful library of meditations, hypnosis meditations, that you can really use yourself as well. But working with a practitioner, I suppose, just lets you go deeper and faster. But, you know, it's up to you whether you need it or not. So which techniques are you going to commit to in 2019? Did you like the emotional release visualization? What about the negative thought transfer? What about the EFT tapping? Or intensively working with a practitioner? And these, I've kept these to a few because I think that these are the ones that will take you there the quickest. So yeah, just have a play with it, and potentially it's that you're just going to try them for 3 months or a month or a week or what have you. And please feel free to reach out to me and let me know how you're going with them, because I'm more than happy to answer your questions or have a chat to you outside of this area. Webinar, whatever you call it. How would you like to feel about your business in 2019? So this is the super exciting bit, and this is a list that I posted, I think it was on the Heart Centered group, and this is what people came back to me with. They want to feel fulfilled, grateful, pumped, confident, excited, sure, curious, invigorated, organized, calm, successful, secure, enthusiastic, creative, unleashed. Sorry, there's a typo there. How cool is that? Like, hello, 2019, this is going to be amazing. So how to embody the you that you need to become in order for 2019 to look and feel different. So entrepreneurs or business owners can be very good at setting their own goals and dreams, but can you visualize it? Do you feel connected to it? Does it feel possible for you? How does it make you feel? Does your vision hold strong, or do you lose sight of it in times of stress? So now we're going to go through a visualization that will really allow you to connect with, firstly, a resource, natural confidence, and then building that into your future. So I just want you to go ahead and close your eyes and take in 3 deep breaths in a timing that works for you. Breathing in calm and relaxation. You may even like to imagine breathing in a beautiful, calm blue or green energy. And breathing out any tension in your body, representing this as a symbolic color such as red or yellow or black, and really seeing any tension in your body, visualizing any tension in your body, accumulating in your body and flowing out through that color, out through your toes and your fingertips. That's it. And so now you've relaxed your breathing. It's time to relax your mind. I want you to imagine that you're at the top of a beautiful staircase. There are 10 stairs going down to a gorgeous king-size bed below. There are clean, fresh, crisp sheets on the bed, fluffy pillows and warm, cozy blankets. And it just looks like the most divine, comfy and safe place to be. And as you go down the stairs, you go deeper and deeper into relaxation, just to the level that feels good to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and gently flopping down onto the beautiful bed below, feeling beautifully safe, secure, and confident. So good, and just enjoy it. So now I want your subconscious mind to go back to a time when you felt naturally confident. It can be in a completely different context. Go back to an experience in your life or a time in your life when you felt naturally confident. And when you've got that time there, I want your subconscious to really, as the person you are today, look at this experience from different angles and perspectives, taking in any lessons or learnings that will allow you to have this natural confidence, more of this in your future, to be able to transfer this natural confidence to your business. That's it. You may not even be consciously aware of these messages, but just see them coming to you. Allow them to come to you. Welcome them in with open arms, integrating them into your body, into your person, then becoming a normal and natural part of who you are. That's it. And if you don't even have a really good experience of natural confidence, you can even pretend that you have this natural confidence. And spending some time here really integrating the resources, lessons, and learnings from this experience that will allow you to cultivate more natural confidence into your future. Allow you to transfer more natural confidence to your business. That's it. And just enjoy it. And now I want you to come back all the way through your past to the here and now. And see yourself walking along a road. It's a magnificent road. There's a big, blue, expansive sky above you. You can feel the warm sun on your cheeks and on your chest. And the water that is around you is glistening in the sunlight. And just take some time to notice here. What else can you see? What else can you feel? What else can you hear? What else can you taste or smell? That's it, and just enjoy it. And as you continue walking along this road, this magnificent road that is your future, you pause for a second and you look down at your feet and you notice that things have changed. You are now the person who has the business you have always dreamed of. And with every breath that you take and with every step that you take, you believe in yourself more and more and more, and you feel even more naturally confident. And with every breath that you take and with every step that you take, you believe in yourself more and more and more, and you feel even more natural confidence with regards to your business, and just enjoy it. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, but I'm going to do this nice and slowly. When I get to 5, you'll return to full waking consciousness with a clear mind and ready to enjoy the rest of your day. 1, really integrating all of these changes, then becoming a natural part of your life. 2, 3, coming all the way back up. 4, noticing greater alertness returning to your mind and your body. 5, coming all the way back up, back into the room, and ready to enjoy the rest of your day. And just noticing here how you feel. How was that for you? And again, staying nice and curious. Was there any resistance? What was going on for you there? Which parts were hard? Which parts were easy? Remember, we are training your brain to think and feel differently. So even if that didn't feel as amazing as you would like, every time that you do this, every time that you visualize your future, you'll be able to visualize it more, which means your subconscious will be able to connect with it more, which means your subconscious will know where to go, which means you'll be creating new neural pathways in your brain. And this isn't from a woo-woo perspective, interestingly enough, because woo-woo is not my zone of genius. Manifesting to the universe is not my zone of genius. And I own that. I do it. I'm a student of it. That's all good. But this is not what we're doing here. We are training your brain to think and feel differently. Interesting, huh? And manifesting may take place as a result because we are getting specific. Cool. So I hope you liked it. I'm just going to check the chat box to see how you guys went. Oh, here. It disappeared. Really calm, very interesting. I love EFT, but I need something more. Absolutely. So this is where, again, get curious. What's going on for you? Do you need something more? Okay. So how to go even deeper still. I, interestingly enough, had a Black Friday sale, which is extended into a Christmas sale because my life has been chaotic. All of a sudden, within a month, we were just cruising. Now we're selling our house. My daughter went through a difficult time. My business got fully booked. It all was happening. And so I just didn't even have enough time to promo my sale. So I just went, what the heck, I'm going to extend it. So it's a 2-session package to set you up for the new year. Plus there's a follow-up call. So it's 2.5 hours for just $250, normally $400. And this is really exciting for me because it's 1 session in January, in the beginning of January, or whenever you're around, focused on really releasing your biggest mindset wobble or wobbles in 2018. And I can really help you identify that easily and effortlessly. It's one of my zones of genius. Then there's another session in January or February to set you up with the future and the 2019 that you really want. This could be naturally confident. This could be all sorts of things. But it's not only how you want to feel in your business, it's what do you want to achieve. It's all the things as we discussed before. And it includes a customized hypnosis audio. So where I will actually sit down and, based on everything we have discussed and the work that we have done, create a hypnosis audio for you to listen to daily. If you listen to that hypnosis audio daily, you are training your brain daily to set you up with the future that you want. And your subconscious will know how to get there. Your subconscious will be engaged and connected to your future, and you will be creating those new neural pathways in your brain. Cool. So it's $250. I've got payment plans available, 2 monthly payments of $125 or 4 fortnightly payments of $62.50. I'm pretty cruisy, whatever works for you. Bookings can be made via email at anthea@mindfly.com.au. It's got to be by Sunday, the 16th of December. I have to end this sale. I cannot go into 2019 with still the sale on. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And I have a couple of questions that people had asked me, people who can't be on the call today. So I'll start off with them and then just pop any questions that you have in the chat if you can think of anything. Oh, thank you, Caroline. Anthea is incredible. Love my sessions with you. Thank you. So number one was, what techniques do you use in your sessions? So I have like amalgamated everything I know. I use NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. I use hypnotherapy. I use EFT tapping, but I'm really about, very rarely do I do EFT tapping for a whole session or, consistently throughout the time that we're working together. I might show you how to use it, or if someone's struggling with it, we might go over it. But I'm really about empowering you to have tools that you can use at home. And then when you're having sessions with me, we're doing much deeper process work. And then the stuff that you're doing at home is supporting that. Number two, do I need to work with a practitioner? So all of the things I have showed you are absolutely tools that can release those limiting beliefs, process those stuck emotions or unprocessed emotions. But I suppose you need to ask yourself, do I feel like I need more support at this current time? Do I need more accountability? And do I need someone who can identify exactly what is going on for me and then help me process it on a much deeper level? So working with a practitioner, there are techniques that I use that you can't, I can't possibly kind of show you how to do them in our sessions. And I essentially work on whatever is going on for you right at that stage, like whatever is biggest for you. So it's not like you have to keep coming back. We go for whatever's biggest, and you will know at the end whether you want to keep working with me. And I also put here, setting up your future. Like, not many people know how to do that. And with both of the releasing and setting up your future, most people, A, don't do the things, B, would like further support and accountability, or C, would like to fast track the process and go even deeper still. So that's where I kind of come in. And then question number three is, how do you identify the biggest mindset wobble that you are having? I've got two favorite questions for this. So a smoker comes in to see me, and one of the biggest questions I ask them is, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Such a powerful question. But it doesn't have to be smoking. It can just be, I don't even know what my mindset wobbles are. What am I afraid of? What is my biggest fear right now? And like, really try and take some time to be quiet. You might even like to journal if you're a bit of a journaler. What is the thing I'm most afraid of right now? The other question is, what is the biggest emotion that comes up for me at the moment? So really stepping into this curiosity. Instead of being shameful, where we suppress our emotions, curious. What is going on for me right now? I was crying like a mofo last night. What was going on? It was because my husband wasn't listening to me. I wasn't, but it's happened to me before, and it'll happen again. I didn't feel like I was being heard. Bingo, something you can tap on, something you can emotionally release with your visualization technique. The negative thoughts, you can move them. Cool, I love the emotional release very much. Cool, so with all of these techniques, there is going to be something that you resonate the most with. Go with that, like totally go with that. And this, I just had a friend come in for a session. I've never done hypnobirthing before, and I taught her this one, and I was like, oh, this is going to be so good because it's a pain release one too. And so we practiced her imagining her contractions and putting the big window or door over the top of them and letting them go. But it can be for any emotion that you're feeling or any pain that you're feeling. Cool. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to love you and leave you. Big love from me. Thank you so much for those that could attend live and those that are going to watch back later. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I've now got 4 webinars under my belt, which I'm very excited by, like stepping into 2019, having done webinars. Now I just need to nail my promotion of them. Wink, wink. It's going to be amazing. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.